Hi, I'm Megan.
And I'm Debbie.
We are real life scientists, and we want to share some sciencey stories that are molecular, hereditary, and sometimes stolen, but with an ad lib twist.
You are listening to Lab Libs.
I'm a bio pirate, actually.
A mouse on a frog? You can't put a mouse on a frog, can you? Square dancing!
Square dancing.
Woo! Yeehaw!
Hello. What'd you think of that?
Stolen, right? The stolen was a curveball. I'm like, oh. Okay.
Okay.
No, this ought to be good.
All right. As always, you know what we have to do.
I need an out of context one. Sometimes in context.
No context. Today.
No context. Okay.
No.
Hit it.
Well,
Hit
I
me.
guess there is a little bit of context.
Okay.
But the instant I saw the picture, my mouth fell open and my pulse began to race.
That could be so many things.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I think it's like way later in the story that's revealed. So
interesting.
You think about what picture.
Yeah, I'll be thinking about that the whole time.
Okay. That's basically a key player in the story describing a moment in his memoirs.
Okay.
Yeah. So today we're going to talk about important biological molecule. That was your first lab libs right out the gate.
Yep.
So
How'd I do?
you aced it. A+. You said nucleic acid, and I was looking for
really?
DNA. Yeah, we're going to talk about DNA.
Oh, DNA. Okay.
So, but basically, we're going to dive into the history of the discovery of DNA and all the players involved.
Oh, wow.
But in order to talk about that, I'm going to give you a little bit of just the basics about DNA, what it is, what it does.
Yeah, that sounds good.
So, DNA is the molecule which holds all the information that contributes to any organism's genes. Mm-hmm. And that's responsible for all the traits that they have. And that the important thing about it is that they're passed on during reproduction. So that's how you inherit traits. That's how any organism inherits traits.
Right.
So it's like the recipe to make whatever, any organism. It stands for DNA, stands for deoxyribonucleic acid, which is a long, complicated word, but it tells you a little bit about the molecule itself if you break it down. So
Yeah.
deoxyribose is a sugar. And you can tell that because it ends with ose.
Right.
All the sugars.
Glucose, sucrose. Yeah, okay.
Exactly. All the sugars ends with ose. It's basically just a really stable, sturdy carbohydrate that can bond easily to other of the same molecule.
Okay.
And just other molecules in general. It bonds to it, and the bonds are strong. In the DNA molecule, the sugar, deoxyribose, is connected to a phosphate group and a third molecule. Mm-hmm. And that molecule is made of something, which is your next lab libs. I asked you for, do you know this? This is a good trivia question for biologists.
I don't know it, but okay. Give the context. Give the context.
Yeah,
for
so the lab libs that I gave Debbie was a non-metal element, like on the periodic table.
Yeah. I said iodine. It's not iodine.
It's not iodine.
It's definitely not iodine. So the best guess would be hydrogen, but okay. What is it?
It's nitrogen.
Nitrogen.
Yeah, so
Okay.
every DNA molecule is made up of those three parts: a sugar, a phosphate, and a nitrogen.
And a
base.
nitrogen. Okay.
Yeah, and the nitrogen base is the part that's like the code, we'll get into that.
Okay.
Part. So the sugar and the phosphate basically alternate sugar, phosphate along each side
Of the DNA.
of the DNA, and that creates this like backbone, and they're both sturdy, stable molecules. And there's two strands, like a ladder, with the nitrogen bases connecting in the middle. And they twist in like a
Helix.
that word in mind. Like a twisted ladder.
Okay.
And in the middle of the two strands, just like a rung of a ladder, you have a pair of bases.
Right.
A, C, T, and G. That stands for adenine, cytosine, thymine, and guanine. But you don't need to remember that. The order of the bases determines
I do
your
because
genes.
I'm taking a class right now, so I actually do need to know.
Well, this is good. You're studying for your class right now.
Yay.
Basically, the genetic code in every organism is a long string of these letters
Right.
that represent the paired bases in your DNA. Okay?
Yeah.
So,
And that's what there's 23 pair of, right?
no.
No. Okay,
No.
that's different. Okay.
That's a whole nother layer of the structure of DNA that we're not even going to talk about, which is the chromosomes.
That is insane. Okay.
That's like a bunch of DNA twisted, tightly coiled, twisted to form these larger structures of chromosomes.
Okay.
Right now, we're talking
Okay.
about a single piece, one little
Yeah.
letter.
Tiny little
Yes.
strand.
Yes.
Okay.
So, as Debbie said, that's just taking a biology class. This should all be coming back to you if you've taken Biology 101.
Yeah.
But it's something that most people don't think of in such detail because it's just such like small. Just like you said, when you think of DNA, you think of your chromosomes, but this is an even lower level.
Yeah.
than
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
So the most important thing to remember for the context of today is that there's a twisting, double-stranded structure made of nucleic acid pieces.
Okay.
So if you say like your DNA is a book, each gene would be a sentence, and each nucleic acid would just be one letter.
Okay.
We're going to talk all about the discovery of this molecule of life.
Okay.
And first, we'll talk about what most people probably think they know and what we've been taught mostly. And then we're going to discover how it's all fucked up. And in particular,
Great.
it's full of a type of discrimination,
Oh.
which was your next lab libs.
Yeah, I said gender discrimination. And
right.
although you tell me always that I just say I'm right about everything, I still feel like this one could be right.
It is.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah,
cool.
it's full of sexism.
Oh, yay!
Woohoo,
I love
discrimination.
sexism.
Love it. Okay.
It's the best.
So, what most people have probably heard, if you know anything about DNA being discovered, are two big names, James Watson and Francis Crick.
Right.
Watson and Crick.
Yep.
They discovered DNA, quote unquote, in the
Yeah.
1950s.
Yeah.
That there was this big scientific race to discover the secret of life molecule, and Watson and Crick cracked it all by themselves.
Right.
And maybe, but probably not, you might have heard about a seemingly unimportant X-ray technician
No.
took a picture.
Surprisingly.
Didn't understand
I
it
have
at
not
all.
heard about an X-ray technician.
No, wow. I'm shocked because
Crazy, right?
before I was specifically searching for this person's story, I didn't find it in any articles that I looked up about the history of DNA and Watson and Crick.
Yeah. Right.
So
Yeah, that sounds right.
you have to dig a little bit
Yeah.
to find this particular story.
That sounds right.
So DNA was not discovered by Watson and Crick. That's number one. And it was discovered long before the 1950s.
Great.
So I asked you to come up with a year between 1800 and 1950 for lab libs here.
Right.
When do you think DNA was actually discovered?
Actually discovered?
That's what we're looking for.
Of course, you knew that I was going to pick 1912
You always do.
because I always pick 1912 because that's when the Titanic sunk.
I was about to say that. Yeah.
But maybe even earlier than that. If
You
you're,
think it was earlier?
I don't know. It could be like around then. Maybe earlier.
It's earlier. A lot
Yeah,
earlier.
a lot earlier. What is
You want to take
it?
a guess?
1850,
Close. It's 1869.
1869. Okay.
90 years before Watson
yeah.
and Crick worked in the 1950s.
Right.
Almost 90 years. It was discovered by a Swiss chemist, Friedrich Meister.
Okay.
He was studying proteins in white blood cells. So we already knew about proteins at this point. But he found this other substance in the cell's nucleus, which wasn't made of the same stuff that proteins was made of. It had a high phosphorus count.
Okay.
Remember what we talked about before? The 3 parts of the DNA. One of them is a phosphate, right? So now he's finding something with phosphorus content. And importantly, it's not broken down by the normal ways that you can break down proteins in the cell.
Okay.
It's resistant to that. He called it nuclein. And he theorized that a bunch of different forms of this molecule would exist, just like there were a bunch of different forms of proteins.
I like that name though.
Nuclein.
Yeah, that sounds really cool.
That does.
That's arguably better.
Objectively better. Well, nobody cared about Meister and his nucleus.
Nobody cared about nuclear.
His work was totally insignificant in his time.
Get the hell out of
Basically
here.
unmentioned in talks of notable discoveries.
Wonderful.
Like, his name was not mentioned once.
That's amazing.
So, which I read in one article that the author of that article was saying that it's kind of crazy because it's the only one of the 4 like major life molecules like protein, DNA, RNA, and I don't know what the other one is. Whatever. That you can pinpoint one person in one particular time who found it. The other ones are like a mismatch of people were all looking for it at the same time and whatnot. But this is one where nucleic acid, or nuclein was what he called it, was discovered by one person.
By one
at
person
time.
at
Yeah.
one time.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And nobody cared.
Yeah.
So then a long time passes from 1869 all the way to 1919.
Okay.
A Russian biochemist, Phoebus Levine. I love the names in this story.
Yeah.
So far we've
These
got
are great.
Friedrich Meister, Phoebus Levine. He started writing so many papers on what nucleons could be made of. He cared. All of a sudden, somebody cared a lot.
Okay.
They had changed the name at that point from nucleons to nucleic acid.
Oh, okay. By that
And
time they had changed it.
This guy, Levine, he discovered a bunch of stuff. He wrote over 700 papers about nucleic acids.
People. Come on, man.
He was the first to discover the phosphate sugar base components. He didn't know what they were or like
Right.
why
Or why
or
they
how they
were.
were. He just knew they were in it
Okay.
there somewhere.
Knew they were there.
And he was the first to identify the particular sugars, deoxyribose in DNA and ribose in RNA. But it wasn't until 1944 that another person, notice we have not even gotten to Watson and Crick in the slightest.
No.
Oswald Avery demonstrated that DNA is what actually transfers genetic information, not protein, which everyone at the time thought. Everyone thought protein was how you were inheriting things.
Okay.
But he did this experiment where he extracted materials from a microscopic life form. Your next lad lips.
Okay, I can't remember.
You put fungi,
What was that category?
a microscopic life form.
So
So this guy, he's
yeah.
demonstrating that DNA is what transfers the genetic information. So he extracts material from the cells of this type of organism.
Oh, okay. I said fungus. It's probably not fungus.
It's not fungus. Fungus isn't. I guess there's some microscopic fungus.
Is there fungus?
When I think of fungus, I think of like mold and mushrooms.
You should maybe think about, like fungus that you can only see under the microscope. Like,
Oh yeah, like at my job. Yeah. Just kidding. kidding. Well, it's not fungus.
That's great.
You're so right. The look that Debbie just gave me was like, is she dumb?
Well, maybe we should take the time to tell people that I was your teacher.
Yes, Debbie taught me how to do our job.
So I was like, I've failed.
Oh no. Cool. That's great.
Yeah. Well, it's not that.
Not all fungus is microscopic.
Right,
All
that's
of
true.
this.
That's
all of this type of organism
All of this.
is microscopic.
What is
The one
it?
is it that I'm thinking of?
I don't know. What is
It's
it?
Bacteria.
Okay, that was going to be my second option, but yeah.
Yeah, so he basically extracted all of the material out of a bacteria cell
Okay.
and he mixed it in with another strain of bacteria. And the traits were transferred to that. So then he systematically started taking something out and seeing when the transference, he called it that, transference, didn't happen. So first he took out the protein and it still happened.
Still happened. Okay.
Then he took out the RNA and it still happened. Then
Okay.
he took out the DNA and it didn't happen.
So process of elimination type deal. Oh,
Right.
cool. Okay.
Right. So by that was like a pretty revolutionary.
Yeah.
That everyone was very interested in that.
Okay. So this guy's important.
This guy's important. Nobody fucking talks about him.
I've never heard of him.
Never heard of him.
No.
Because you just hear Watson and Crick discovered DNA.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, we're not even there yet. We're not to Watson and Crick still.
Yeah.
But we are up to 1950.
Yeah.
Erwin Chargaff. We do remember this guy's name. I don't remember his name particularly, but he's got some stuff named after him.
Is he the one that's like with more genetics?
A little. I mean, it's all genetics.
I know, but I mean, I don't know how I'm
Kind of, yeah. He was inspired
Like
by the Avery guy, the one I just
genetic
talked about.
traits and stuff like that. Like,
Yeah.
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 Okay.
Well, in particular, he was very inspired by the Avery guy, the last one
Okay.
that like did the transference experiments.
Uh-huh.
By his work, and Chargaff started determining that even though DNA varied between species and individuals, some things about the DNA samples that he was getting from any organism remained constant across all life forms. That there were some things about DNA that we all share.
Okay.
Particularly that the amounts of certain parts were always in the same ratios as each other.
Okay.
That, remember I told you of that A, C, T, and G? So
Yeah, and the A goes with the T and the C goes with the G,
that's right.
but I don't remember the percentages.
The percentages are not important.
Okay.
The important part is what you just said.
Yeah.
A, adenine, and T, thymine, are always
Always.
equal. There's the same amount of them, of those parts of the molecule, in every DNA sample, in every organism, all living things.
Yeah.
Adenine and thymine are always equal in the sample, and cytosine and guanine are always equal. Like, give or take,
Yeah.
more or less equal.
Yeah.
That is still known today as Chargaff's rule. A
Okay.
equals T, C equals G.
Right.
We now know, like today, that is because A and T are connected and C and G are connected in the structure.
Right.
They didn't know that.
Okay.
Chargaff didn't know that.
He didn't know that that's why.
Not at all.
Okay.
Did not know that.
All right. Interesting.
But this would prove crucial in determining the structure of DNA. Finally, we get to Watson and Crick.
Okay.
So it's 1953. As you can tell, there's already been a lot of research and discovery
Yeah.
around DNA.
Yeah.
Big clues that were necessary parts of the puzzle for Watson and Crick to be able to do anything.
Anything. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
They did not discover DNA. They did not discover what DNA was made of or any of its components. That was already known.
That's irritating.
Yeah. But until this time, no one had been able to prove which configuration all the pieces were connected in. The molecules that they were discovering inside the DNA, they had many different ways to be connected to each other.
Okay.
Like at a molecular level, like the hydrogens and oxygens and carbons could be connected to each other, chemically speaking, in many different possible structures and combinations.
Right.
And it's a complex molecule. So,
Yeah.
you really have to take into account every little piece of everything to determine this puzzle of how they were all fitting together. But in Watson and Crick's time, there were a whole lot of other people and discoveries that aided them.
Oh, of course.
Not just from the past,
Wow.
but also in their current time period.
Interesting.
Linus Pauling.
Don't remember that name.
Nope. He was advancing the field of model building for molecular science.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if anybody out there is taking organic chemistry.
Yeah.
But you get like a modeling
model.
kit. Yeah. To understand and visualize and put together these different chemical structures.
Right.
Because they are in three-dimensional space. It's not just looking at letters on a page or
Right.
a flat image.
Yes.
In order to understand the complexities, especially in something like protein structure or DNA structure or whatever,
Yeah.
you really have to look at it in three-dimensional space. And they didn't have those modeling
Yeah.
kits back then. They were inventing stuff like that.
So this dude was working on that kind of thing.
He almost beat them to it.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh.
the exact structure, but
Nice.
the one he theorized in the end was proved incorrect. So Watson and Crick were using Pauling's theories on model building, and they were building molecules out of a material in their living rooms,
Okay.
which is your next lab libs. And I asked you for a flimsy building material.
Yeah.
You said aluminum.
I did.
Do you think they were building aluminum
aluminum
molecules?
I don't. Not clay. Is it clay?
No, it's not clay.
What was it?
Cardboard.
Oh. Yeah. Nope. Wasn't gonna guess that.
They were like cutting them out, cutting the pieces out and sticking them together made out of
Yeah.
cardboard.
Yep. Nope. Wasn't gonna think of that. Nope.
So they were using that to make different possible configurations, seeing if they could fit everything together or if it would fall apart or whatever.
Okay.
And there was yet another scientist, Jerry Donahue, who was actually the one that suggested, I think one of these little pieces, this particular molecule right here in the structure, I think maybe we've got it the wrong shape. What if we changed it?
Oh.
And he suggested what we now know is actually the correct shape of that molecule. And
Right.
then Watson and Crick could put them all together.
Okay.
So, remember our out of context quote?
I don't remember it. What was it? Ugh.
The instant I saw the picture, my mouth fell open and my pulse began to race.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
What do you think that he was talking about?
No.
You still have no idea, right?
even
We haven't talked
close to
about
what I-
any type of photograph.
No, nothing that would make my heart race.
Your mouth fell open.
My mouth fell open.
I'll give you a clue, though, to just think about. It was Watson who said that in his memoirs. So just think about that.
Okay.
Okay, a few years ago, like in current time, just
Okay.
like I think maybe 5 or 6 years ago or something.
Okay.
Howard Markle, this historian and biographer,
Okay.
he wrote a book about this time period and the lives of these two men, Watson and Crick, called The Secret of Life. He characterized James Watson as a horrible man.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He says he goes on long descriptions of how he's sort of unattractive and anti-Semitic and misogynistic
No way.
and just overall horrible racist human being.
oh my god.
Which is true.
I am, and you know what? I'm shocked.
Shocked, right?
I am.
The 1950s?
My mouth fell open.
My heart began to race. Yeah. Even later in interviews with Howard Markle, the author of this book, he interviews Watson because he was still alive. He was 90 years old at this time.
Oh wow.
And Watson said a bunch of racist and sexist things.
Are you kidding
Even in
me?
his interviews at 90 years old. About African American people, Asian people, Jewish people.
No.
So it was a really interesting, like, amount of information he could capture from, like, all different kinds of sources. Newspapers, journals,
Yeah.
diaries, letters. He collected, like, all kinds of artifacts in order to get a real picture of what was going on.
Oh wow.
And it wasn't the first time anyone knew this new person that I'm about to describe to you existed in the story, but like nobody really talked about her.
Oh. Okay.
Most importantly, Howard Markel's book centers Rosalind Franklin, a very important and significant person in this story that history has just largely completely discredited and forgotten.
Oh.
Have you ever heard of her?
I think the name sounds familiar, but not. I don't think it was in any significant capacity. No, I don't remember anything huge.
Yeah. So,
Who's she?
who's she? Let's talk about Rosalind Franklin.
What's
That
she up
is
to?
what the whole history that I've just described to you has really been for, is this part of the story here.
Okay, all right.
I just wanted to highlight how many people were involved in, like,
We're involved at way before.
yeah, and how complex
during.
the
Yeah.
discovery of, like, this whole situation really was.
And multiple people discovered multiple
All
like,
throughout
this kind of
100
thing.
years, yeah.
Yeah, a
Almost.
bunch of people played a little part, you
Right,
know.
right. Okay, so Rosalind Franklin was born to a Jewish family in London. I thought you would like that.
Yay.
In 1920. Her parents valued her education, which was uncommon for women in that time period.
Yeah.
But her parents did. And she graduated from the oldest women's college at Cambridge University.
Oh, nice.
She started studying the properties of coal and graphite, like, molecularly, in her PhD program. Isn't that weird to think about? Like, that they were just like, study these things, figure out what they are, because we don't know anything about molecules. Like, now you could look up anything and we'd have its molecular structure.
Right.
probably. You know, like, we
Oh, wow.
don't. But yeah, she was like studying the molecular properties of graphite and coal. And
Oh, interesting.
I don't know why, but I'm sure it's important.
Yeah.
She finally landed in a field where she would make her most important discoveries. And it's a type of medical imaging that I asked you for a lab lips. I don't remember what you said. It was something random.
That's not random.
I would never have thought of it.
Sonography?
What is sonography? I'm dumb. I feel dumb.
Like a sonogram?
Oh, okay. It's not that. When I wrote that topic, that category, and I thought, like, what will Debbie say? I was thinking you would say, like what wrong answers would you say? And I thought of a few, but not that one.
Okay, what is it?
It's X-ray.
Okay.
It's a certain type of
I thought
X-ray.
that was just too generic. I couldn't guess.
It's actually X-ray crystallography,
Oh.
to be specific.
Or wasn't there something that we found out that it was called? Was that not the shadow graph or something?
Yeah, it is. When did we talk about that? I knew it sounded familiar when I was reading the description. I don't remember what story it was from.
It was
I don't remember.
Tesla.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. He was shooting people in the head with radio.
Yes,
Oh,
yes.
X-ray guns.
I was like, this sounds really familiar. Like, I know we
Yeah.
came up with another super cool name of it.
Yeah. Well, this was a new field in this time period.
Okay.
And it was that it was a specific type of X-ray, not exactly the same type of X-ray process that you could look inside of an organism or like through something. It was basically shooting radiation beams at molecules. And wherever the beams diffracted around the molecular structure of the object, that would leave a pattern on the surface,
Okay.
whatever was behind the molecule. Like if you put a piece of paper
Okay.
or whatever.
Okay.
So it is kind of like the shadowgram.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Okay.
But on a tiny scale, they were shooting these X-rays at like a molecule or a sample of something.
Okay. Okay.
In order to determine the molecular structure. Tiny images, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how they like made them larger to be able to see them. Like I don't know how they like.
Yeah.
Maybe they had to look at them under a microscope.
Maybe. That's pretty
I don't know.
wild
Yeah.
that you could X-ray something that small.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. So, before ever crossing paths with Watson and Crick, Franklin was already well respected in her field, highly educated, and really honestly a scientific authority in X-ray crystallography. She was truly an expert already before
Really?
interacting with them at all.
Oh.
And like I said, she had a PhD. She did also postdoctorate study now in X-ray crystallography.
Yeah.
She's worked in different countries around the world.
Okay.
So during this time, just to give a little bit of context on how all these people started ending up together, many physicists working in like classical physics were getting disillusioned with their studies because everything they were discovering was being used to like do war and make atomic bombs. And so
Oh, that sucks.
yeah. And it was causing a lot of destruction, like particularly coming about from the creation of the Manhattan Project.
Yeah.
And many physicists left classical physics and started getting pulled into a new field of biophysics,
Okay.
which was studying physical properties of biological molecules, right? This is how 3 scientists got pulled together: John T. Randall, Maurice Wilkins, and Rosalind Franklin.
Okay.
They all came to be working together under John T. Randall was like the leader of this research group. Wilkins and Franklin were peers working together, and they were mainly doing X-ray crystallography.
Where was this at? Like,
I did not write
Are we
that down.
talking U.S. or?
It's in the U.S.
Okay.
Yeah. I didn't write that down.
Okay.
Sorry about that. So they were all trying to get an X-ray analysis of DNA, basically. It was Rosalind Franklin and her graduate student who ended up producing the first image of DNA structure.
No way.
It's an infamous image
Oh my gosh.
called Photo 51. That, for the first time, clearly showed the shape and structure of a DNA molecule.
Oh wow.
Of a nucleic acid.
Yeah.
So, it clearly showed the shape, a type of curve. I knew you weren't going to know what the fuck I was talking about. But I really wanted to include it. You've said this word today.
Yeah. Helix.
A helix.
Yeah.
Yes.
I said bell.
Yeah. Never said bell curve, which was a good answer. That's what I meant by the category.
Yeah.
Certainly.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. There's other ones like a ellipsis or a
Yeah.
sine wave. Or,
Yeah.
you know, all kinds of different
Okay.
curves. But a helix,
helix.
is a strand twisting in around, kind of like if you drew a line on a piece of paper flat, and then you twisted the paper in 3-dimensional space, you could see the line twist around.
Right.
But then if you laid it out flat again, the line would be straight.
Yeah.
That's what a helix is.
Okay.
So it's twisted around an axis, and it's moving down vertically. That's what you could see as the shape in this photo, in this X-ray photo.
Wow.
Particularly, you could see 2 helical structures, and this image made a bunch of precise mathematical analysis possible to determine all of the exact placements of all the pieces in the complex structure of DNA. And this is where your out of context quote finally comes in. Watson claims in his memoir, you're going to be mad. Remember, Rosalind Franklin's an expert in her field, okay?
Thanks for the heads up.
And Watson doesn't know shit about X-ray crystallography, okay?
Right. Yep.
I mean, I'm sure he knows some, but he's not an expert.
Yep.
Watson claims in his memoir that Rosalind Franklin did not understand the significance of her own picture that she took. That she took it, but she had no idea what it meant or what it represented.
Oh.
But that he and Crick, novices, saw the picture and immediately cracked the DNA mystery. Immediately upon seeing the photo.
Right.
Like a big eureka moment. What do you think about that?
I think people suck so bad.
Particularly James fucking Watson sucks, man.
On. Like, really. That's just like, it's gotta be that women are stupider than men. Like, but there's nothing. It just reminds me of like,
Here you go.
bless your heart, darling.
Yeah.
You know, but y'all don't know, you don't know what we're talking about. We're the men over here. Like,
Here you go.
come on.
You ready for the
man.
rage? They did not give her any credit
Oh my God.
or even mention her name
What?
in the paper that they published in
So
1953.
they just randomly saw some photo
Yep.
and referred to it in their paper,
Yep.
but did not name the source of this.
Nope. And that just kind of started a cascade of who cares about Rosalind Franklin.
Yeah.
Many accounts of the story, even decades later, even today, omit her entirely
Yeah.
or characterize her just like, oh, and this random X-ray technician happened to take this picture.
Right.
They
Yeah.
characterize her as uneducated or irrelevant, a background person who had no knowledge of what she had photographed. Like she just snapped the picture.
Yep.
You know, that's how it worked.
Yep. By accident.
By accident.
Yeah.
This was certainly not the case.
Yeah, obviously.
There seems to be evidence, I mean, other than the just common sense.
Common sense.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
there seems to be evidence from conference documentation, newspapers, journals of her and some of the other scientists involved that she was a key player in the ongoing collaboration leading to the discovery of the
Great.
structure of DNA.
Wonderful.
She was also well known in her own right for her work on analyzing other molecules like graphite and coal and also viruses. So she wasn't just a random X-ray technician. Like she was she had a PhD. She was actively involved in the labs working together to figure this out.
And it wasn't an accident.
It wasn't an accident. She was an expert in this type of imaging.
Yeah. And she set out to take a
Yes.
x-ray of this.
That's why she was in that lab.
Right.
It also seems from some uncovered evidence in this guy's book that I was talking about, the book that was just published a few years ago,
Oh, okay.
that her colleagues, she specifically worked with Wilkins. Watson and Crick were in a different lab. Rosalind Franklin and Wilkins were in a lab together.
Oh, okay.
That Wilkins treated her very poorly and had plenty of animosity and unfriendly competition with her.
Wonderful.
Which could be partly, at least, their leader's fault because he was the one pitting them all against
Right.
each other or something, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, there was particular animosity between Wilkins and
Great.
towards Franklin. Supposedly, Wilkins is the one that showed Watson her photograph of DNA without her knowledge or consent.
Really?
That's the story that I found almost everywhere.
Oh, wow.
So that might be true.
Okay.
But we'll get to the other opinion on that a little bit later. But that was what I found out first and what really made me angry.
Yeah.
Like, one of the first things I found out that like really made me angry about the whole details of the situation.
Right.
That not only did they not give her credit, but they stole her picture and showed it to the other team without her knowing. Like without asking her,
Right.
you know?
Yeah.
Like I said, we'll get to more details about that kind
Okay.
of controversy. But unfortunately, she worked a lot with the radiation in the x-rays.
Oh no.
And that likely contributed to her developing a certain type of cancer, which is your next.
I was
ad-lib.
way off.
Way off. It can't possibly be prostate cancer.
The category was a type of cancer, and I said prostate.
No, she did not have prostate
Way
cancer.
wrong. I'm gonna guess breast cancer. No, what was it?
It was ovarian cancer.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay.
She died in 1958.
How
She was
old
born
was
in
she?
1920, so she was only 38.
Oof.
Yeah.
God.
She was never credited for her discovery
Great.
before she died.
Wonderful.
And Nobel Prizes at this time were not given to people after their deaths. They are today, now, given to people after their deaths.
Right.
But in the 1960s, they were not. So in 1962, Watson, Crick, and Wilkins collectively won the Nobel Prize in Physiology and Medicine
Wonderful.
for discovering the structure of DNA.
Awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not shocking, really, to be honest, but it's frustrating.
It is very frustrating. So it's pretty sad that she died so young.
Yeah,
I wonder what other things she could have discovered.
I know.
She was clearly gifted.
And the fact that she died so early probably even more allowed them to take more credit because she didn't exist anymore. Like it wasn't like she was going to be out there making a ruckus or anything. Like,
Yeah. But Wilkins, Watson, and Crick all stayed important in the field of biophysics.
Right.
Wilkins later used the X-ray methods to study the structure of cell membranes. And Crick did a lot. He discovered the whole idea of the sequence of nucleotide bases forming a genetic code. He just theorized that and found evidence for it later.
oh, wow.
He also developed the central dogma of biology. Do you know what that is? It's basically like you could connect anything in, at least in hereditary biology, to this central theory, dogma, which is that information of genetics flows in a single direction from DNA to RNA to protein in order to express the code.
Okay.
That DNA to RNA to protein
Right.
is like the central idea of all of genetics and
Yeah,
all
yeah,
of biology, you know?
Yeah.
Basically, that means from your DNA, you can open it up and make an RNA strand, which is just like a temporary messenger. And then that RNA strand is read like a book in order to form the structure of a particular protein. And that particular protein goes on to do whatever it does, leads to your traits.
Oh, okay.
So that is like a really important thing.
Yeah.
Crick discovered, or wrote that.
Okay.
DNA to RNA to protein. Watson stayed, unfortunately, horrible ass, stayed a leader in biophysics his whole life.
Great.
He was one of the founding directors. He was the founding director of the Human Genome Project.
Oh.
But some things end up all right.
Okay.
His continued and despicable racist and sexist commentary, even up into a documentary about this topic in 2019, eventually got all of his chancellorships and honorary titles revoked.
Oh.
And he fell out of importance in the field and died.
When did he die?
I don't know when he died. I can look that up really quick. Oh, he's not dead. He's 92. But he's no longer in the field because
Wow.
he's an...
Well, I was
Awful
just
person.
making sure that he was.
I hope he hears this podcast.
I was gonna say, I was just hoping that he was still he was around long enough to see that his shittiness put him on the outs. That's
Yes.
all I cared about.
Apparently he's still alive. Wow.
Well,
The horrible ones keep on kicking, huh?
I know, right? Yep. 92, eh? Great.
So I was very surprised to find all of this hidden information about
Yeah.
this woman who,
Yeah.
you know, was like really important and nobody ever talks about her. I don't remember learning about her in school
Yeah.
at all. But when you have a sensationalized story, I feel like things can often get sensationalized in the opposite direction as well.
Yeah.
So, in the past few years, other biographers have furthered the research into Franklin's life and this
Okay.
whole situation and her stolen work and,
Right.
you know, her being discredited and all this stuff.
Yeah.
It seems that it's not exactly how, even though it's not exactly how we've always learned it because we didn't know about Franklin, even now that we know about Franklin, it's like, it's not exactly how this story's been characterized about her either.
Okay.
That she was this victim and
Okay.
maybe that she hated them because they stole her work and all this stuff.
Right.
It's like that is a little bit too far on the drama side, seems like.
Yeah.
These two biographers found some more documentation, an unpublished article from Time magazine from 1953, and a letter from Rosalind Franklin to Crick,
Okay.
showing these two documents together show that she was probably perfectly aware that Watson and Crick were using her photograph in research,
Okay.
and that it was shared freely in the collaboration of that race to figure it out.
Yeah.
It wasn't as competitive and cutthroat as we might be imagining.
Yeah.
Certainly, she still should have been credited.
Yeah.
But it does seem that,
Should have at least been mentioned, like, in the paper.
yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Like, even if it's not that dramatic. Like,
It also
that's
seems that
shitty.
she was friends with Crick, at least.
Oh, okay.
She was probably professionally cordial with Watson, but
Well,
she went on vacation with Crick's family late in her life. And after she had some surgeries from her ovarian cancer treatments, she stayed with his family. To
Oh,
heal.
really?
She stayed with Crick's family to heal.
Interesting.
So there wasn't really any evidence of animosity between them all,
Okay.
which would kind of be expected towards someone if they stole her life's work without her permission, you know?
Yeah.
These documents also clear up the details of Franklin's contribution. This is kind of really detailed information, but I found it interesting.
Okay.
Basically, at that time period, DNA was being studied in two forms. A crystallized form that was dry, and it would produce these clear, crisp photographs. They were hard to analyze.
Right.
And a hydrated form, the B form. The dry form is A, the hydrated form was B. It was blurrier image, but it was simpler to analyze. Franklin was focused on the crystallized form because she was an X-ray crystallographer.
Yeah,
so of course she was. No one was really taking into account that the cells are wet.
I was going to say, hydrated?
Yeah, hydrated.
Yeah.
So if we're looking for what the structure would be inside of a cell, then we should be looking at the hydrated version.
Yes, right.
So this photo 51, the famous photo, was of the B hydrated form.
Oh, okay.
And since she thought that one wasn't important, that's why she didn't carry too much importance on this photograph.
Okay.
She was focusing more on the crystallized form.
I got you.
But even so, one photograph did not actually hold all the answers, like in the dramatized version of the story.
Right.
And Watson with his mouth falling open and knowing immediately everything from glancing at this picture.
Of course.
Franklin and Wilkins, the two that were working together, they produced a bunch of images of both the A and B structures, as well as doing lots of calculations, the whole lab together, doing a bunch of calculations based on the photographs to determine the composition and the mathematical layout of all of these
Right.
pieces of the molecule.
Yeah.
And all of this work from their lab and many other labs was being shared freely with the
Okay.
community
Okay.
in a particular teaching method, which was your lab libs.
Yeah, and I said lecture. I imagine maybe not lecture, but
It actually was lectures.
was it lectures?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They would host these public talks and lecture about the ongoing research that their labs were doing.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't confidential.
like a little conference or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So her photograph and her lab's work were not confidential.
Okay.
She didn't also seem to be mad at all.
Yeah.
When she finally saw Watson and Crick's model of the DNA, she said, quote, "We all stand on each other's shoulders."
Okay.
Isn't that nice?
Yeah.
Classy. Watson called her a loser after that, apparently.
Oh,
'Cause
really?
he sucks.
Okay. I'm going to start eliminating him out of this story. Be like, that one guy, remember that one guy that
Yeah. So probably the truth lies somewhere in the middle,
Right,
as always.
yeah.
Maybe her work wasn't stolen. Maybe she accepted the collaborative efforts. But even so, she certainly should have been
Right,
included in the papers and
exactly.
credited and, like,
even if
known in
she
scientific
was-
history before now.
she was like an angel for not feeling, some type of way, but it doesn't matter. She still should have been treated that way. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. For sure.
no matter how much grace she had, it doesn't change anything. Like, it should have been like that. She got a lot of credit for this as well.
Yeah. So it's complicated, the sensationalizing of her story, because that version invigorates probably people to
Right.
fight against sexism, right? And
Yeah.
see that women are not credited for their work, and
Yeah.
it's like more impactful when it's dramatic. But that's not necessarily always the truth either,
Yeah,
which is
right.
also important.
But that wasn't necessarily.
And it sort of
the
does a
story.
disservice to her, because then in the real version, she is an active participant
Yeah.
and a big collaborator. She
Yeah.
wasn't ever in the shadows. She wasn't a random, unimportant X-ray technician whose work got stolen from her. She was important.
Yeah.
Many people knew her work
Right.
and valued her contributions throughout her life, and were very sad when she died.
Yeah.
That it was a loss to the scientific community. She
Yeah.
was well known
Yeah.
throughout her life,
Right.
and in death.
Yeah. So there's two ways to okay, we don't know about her at all, or oh my gosh, this big huge injustice happened, but it's probably like somewhere in the middle there.
Right. So, well, I went on a bit of a rabbit hole from this story, which I'll end with here.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, let me hear it.
Wouldn't you know, I found so many other instances of women's work
that's
being stolen.
shocking.
Shocking, right? I came across
way.
women whose work and contributions were erased or stolen by men in science, engineering, art, literature. Yeah, lots of stuff that would really make you mad.
You gonna hit
I
me
don't
with a
have
few of
time to
them?
go into detail on all of them
Do you
that
have
I
a few?
found in this article, but I'm just gonna start listing them off, and you stop me and tell me which one you want to hear a little bit about.
Okay.
Or
All right,
go
go
through
ahead,
a
go ahead,
couple.
go ahead.
Okay.
Yep.
Rosalind Franklin, that's the first one.
Uh-huh.
Zelda Fitzgerald was the wife of the author of The Great Gatsby.
Yeah.
He just stole words from out of her mouth and used them as quotes in his book.
Are you serious?
Let's see.
That was
Marion
F. Scott?
Donovan.
Is that his name?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Marion Donovan invented disposable diapers.
Oh.
Katherine Johnson was responsible for calculations that sent crews into space for the first time.
Oh my gosh.
Nettie Stevens discovered that chromosomes determine your gender, like the sex chromosomes.
Yeah.
Vera Rubin was the one who confirmed the existence of dark matter.
Okay, so all these people you're saying
Are not credited and their
Okay.
work stolen by men? Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Lisa Minter
Uh-huh.
was very important in the discovery of nuclear fission.
Wow.
Alice Ball invented the cure for leprosy. Like, so many.
The cure for leprosy? There's a cure?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, you want to hear about that one?
Yeah, I feel like I was
She was in
like there's a vaccine or something, isn't there?
Let's see what it says. I didn't
Okay.
read this whole article. I just found it and I was like,
All right.
oh my god. There's so many more. That's not even half the list. Okay?
Right. Yeah.
She worked in a hospital in Hawaii and focused on leprosy, Hansen's disease.
Okay.
She published a 10-page article alongside her instructor, Williams Den, called Benzoylations in Ether Solution. And she was actually a Black woman, and that was uncommon accomplishment
Wow.
for them at that time period.
Uh-huh.
Well, her research was all about finding a cure for leprosy and figuring out how to inject this type of oil into the bloodstream
Uh-huh.
because they were using it topically before.
Oh.
But she died before finishing her work,
Oh.
and the professor over her just continued on
Yeah.
and basically
And then
took everything that she had
fell
done.
out of the picture.
Right.
Yeah.
So there were so many more.
I can't even imagine.
So I won't go on and on about those because
Okay.
it just really makes me mad. The more I was looking through the article, I was like, that too. It was like every field, artist. Oh, you know what? I will tell you one of them.
Okay.
There was this, I can't remember the artist's name right now, but it is like a well-known artist that produced lots of famous works.
Okay.
And he got divorced from his wife, and she came out and said she painted all those
No.
paintings, actually. And so
What?
she sued him, and they were in court, and they had this paint off.
I was gonna say,
In
did they have to
court.
do like a paint?
Yes.
Oh my
So they showed one of these paintings in question that she said she was actually the artist, and they
Right.
said, here you go. Each of you recreate the painting.
Oh my
And she was able to easily recreate the painting, and he could not at all.
Oh my.
And he said it was because
gosh.
his shoulder hurt real bad.
Oh.
That was his excuse.
And why was she able to?
So she won. And now she's credited for all of those paintings.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a good story. I like
Yeah.
hearing that one there. I also like to picture this, like,
I know, I can't imagine being in that courtroom. Like,
like Pictionary style courtroom. Oh God, that's great.
oh, that must
Yeah,
be thrilling for her. That
I'm
must have been
sure
like
that-
so satisfying.
Oh, I can't even imagine. I'm sure there's also art inspectors and stuff too, that handwriting experts and stuff like that
Yeah.
could have looked too at it. And I mean, that was a very good way to point it out in court for everybody to see. But I'm sure that there's probably some art people too that could be like, no, he there's no way based on this painting that he's presented
Right.
with us.
Exactly. And it's an ongoing problem. There's this really interesting paper that I found published in Nature in 2022 called "Women Are Credited Less in Science Than Men."
Yeah.
And as a point, I'm going to only list the women authors. There were other authors, but who cares about them?
Right.
Only the women are important. So the people who wrote that paper are Britta M. Glennon and Julia I. Lane, and some random men.
And some other guys.
Yeah. They studied 9,700 teams over a 4-year period of research teams in all different fields.
Wow.
And including 128,000 individuals working on those teams, matching them all up to 39,000 journal articles and 7,600 patents produced by the teams.
Oh my gosh.
And that data included what position each of the individuals held and their gender. So
Right.
they were able to calculate for each individual whether they did or didn't receive credit on the article and calculate a difference in gender.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah.
That analysis suggests that Rosalind Franklin is far from the only one not credited for her work.
Yeah.
If credit is defined by being named as an author,
Yeah.
then women account for only 34% of authors on a team, even though they make up just under half of the workforce.
I was going to say, probably half. Yeah.
Yeah. So there's a 13.2% gap for articles between whether or not a woman or a man would be named as an author.
Right.
And 58% gap for patents between women named on the patent or men on their team.
They only accept patents from men.
Apparently, man. They didn't only use analysis by matching up individuals on the teams to who was credited on the papers. They also did a survey of 2,660 scientists regarding asking them who got credit for this work. Right. Based on those surveys, 42.9% of women reported that they'd been excluded from authorship versus only 37% of men. Which is a significant difference.
It's a big difference, yeah.
Yeah. And 48% of women report that other people underestimated their contribution compared to only 39% of men. They even interviewed consenting individuals on these teams.
Yeah.
And they found it was like a really complex mix of factors that with an overarching theme that the rules deciding who would get scientific credit for their contributions were often not written or like codified.
Okay, right.
And they were not understood by everyone on the team.
Right.
Or they were just completely ignored. Yeah. So what is the necessary level of work required to get authorship?
Yeah.
Was often just based on the idiosyncrasies of the leader of that team.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So women and other historically marginalized groups end up having to put more effort to be considered in these arbitrary systems of who will get credit for their contributions. It used to be, before this paper was published, that most people thought that less women were authors on scientific papers because they were not given as much opportunities to be productive on their team. That was the sexism involved.
There's probably a little bit of that.
But this paper really solidified that it's not only that women are just as productive in lots of cases as the men on their teams, but that their contributions are overlooked, ignored, or undercredited.
Yeah.
So that sucks.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not surprised, unfortunately, but I'm glad that you told her story.
Yeah. I thought it was so interesting, the like ongoing research done on the topic now.
Yeah.
I can only imagine that hearing her story, even if it was maybe sensationalized a bit, really contributed to people looking into
paying attention now.
Yeah, paying attention.
Yeah.
Looking into how that situation is currently and where else has that happened throughout history.
Yeah.
It was even a woman who invented the way that a paper bag is made. Like, you know, like a paper bag from the grocery store?
Yeah.
The way it's
like
folded and
folding
compact.
bottom.
And how you can open it up and it's like pretty strong. You can put a lot of stuff in it.
Yeah.
That was a woman who invented that.
That's an awesome creation. Yeah, that's awesome.
So, I'm sorry to take over your rabbit hole a little bit. My own little rabbit hole on my topic.
No, that's pretty funny though.
But
I suppose you could have used that one a different episode or something.
I could. Maybe I will talk about some other ones. Because there were about 25 other women that I could have listed out.
Imagine. That's crazy.
What did you fall down the rabbit hole about? Is it sexist?
No,
Okay.
It's not sexist. It's also ridiculous.
Okay. Great. I like ridiculous things.
Not extremely sciencey, but it's
That's okay.
Okay. So I guess this is a ridiculous, like this is going to be the most ridiculous rabbit hole, right?
I'm so
that
excited.
I've ever gone down.
I'm so excited. I can't wait to hear your rabbit holes. That's the beauty of a rabbit hole, is that you could fall down the rabbit hole about anything.
Right.
Like the most random topic. What is it?
Yeah. Okay. So, I would say like maybe 2 weeks ago, I was doing homework, on the computer or whatever, and I have to have noise, however. So I had the TV on, and I think it was like National Geographic or one of those type of things. And normally it's animals or histories, mysteries, or whatever crap.
Sure.
Something I don't have to pay attention to, right?
It's just there.
Right.
So,
but what happened to come on for whatever reason is a show that I have never seen, Never had any interest in seeing. Sounded absolutely stupid and ridiculous to me. But it came on. And I was trying to do homework.
And you locked in.
And I kept looking back at the TV. I kept looking back at the TV and being interested in it. And I was like, oh no. So
What is
if
it?
I asked you to name, my kids got it in 3. So let's see if you can find one. If I ask you to name what you think sounds like one of the most ridiculous reality shows, what would you... Oh.
What's that one where you're like naked in the wilderness?
It's called Naked and Afraid.
That is the most ridiculous reality show I've ever heard of. I know what you're talking about. Yes, I don't understand it. Like,
Oh,
why?
it's ridiculous. And I got so freaking stuck on it.
You liked it.
Yeah, my partner came home and I was like, I think I accidentally like Naked and Afraid.
Oh no! Do you remember? You know what my other guess was gonna be, but it's not
What?
on anymore, so I knew it wasn't.
What?
This. Fucking Fear Factor.
Oh,
You remember Fear Factor?
Yes.
Why was that on television?
I don't know. But
We were obsessed
it
with
was
that. My
Joe
whole
Rogan
family would
was
watch
the
that.
host too.
Oh, I did not put that together.
Yeah.
I was obsessed with that fucking show. And looking back, weird.
It's weird.
So weird.
Yeah. I'm going to argue that
Torturous.
Naked and Afraid is not as weird as Fear Factor.
Okay, let's hear it. Today on Debbie's TED Talk. Why Naked and Afraid is not as weird as Fear Factor.
God. Okay. Well,
Okay,
It
tell
came
me about
out in about 2013, so
Okay.
it's been on for a long time.
that is
too.
a long time.
Like I said, I got stuck on it, and then I was trying to maybe not ever watch it again, but then I did, of course.
Your new favorite show.
It's my new favorite show.
Oh no, Debbie.
Yeah.
Why?
I know.
Why?
I don't know. It's definitely different than what I thought it would be like.
What
Like
is
I
it
thought
like?
the naked aspect was going to be a lot more relevant, and it's really not. Like you
Why are
find
they naked then?
I don't know why they're naked. I don't know why they're naked.
Is
I
it
don't
just
know.
like the concept of like you have nothing?
You're in nature.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like, you have to make anything that you want. You have to make it. Do they
Exactly.
make clothes for themselves?
Very rarely.
Very rarely. Huh?
Yeah.
Do you see their bits on the TV show?
That it's blurred, like the way more important parts. They show butts, and then
Butts
but
are
them
okay.
everything else is blurred out. But like you find it when you're watching it that the fact that they're naked kind of starts get gray. You don't even
You don't even notice.
think about the fact that they're naked until they like sit down in the dirt, and then you go, ooh.
Yeah. Oh God. I don't know if I can handle just that part. Like that, I would have sand in the
I
dirt,
know.
Like, stuff all over me all the time.
That's the worst.
like at least socks. Can I have socks? Or like no, that would be horrible to have socks. Actually. I
Yeah,
take
have
it back.
anything. Yeah, yeah. So the rabbit hole that I kind of went down was I didn't want to look it up, but then I did want to look it up, and I eventually looked it up because I wanted to know how much of it is fake.
Oh, okay.
So,
I have one question though before that.
uh-huh.
These are all people who volunteer to go on the show,
Yes.
and for why?
I don't know.
They don't get a prize.
I forgot to look that up, but not that it may
That's not like the point.
that's not like the
They
point.
just volunteer to go on because
It's like a survivalist thing. Like they want to prove something to themselves, to other
And
people.
my other question is like, what kind of people go on the show? Like, I'm just gonna say it. Are they all white people? Is this like a weird white people thing? Like,
There's been I've seen some different. Not all. It's not all white, but it probably predominantly white. But no, there's definitely some mix in there.
interesting. I just can't
Occasionally.
imagine what. I was just curious. Now I'm gonna have to watch the show. Is this gonna make me watch the show?
I mean, you might want to watch the show.
Fuck you.
Okay. Before I go on and tell you about what I've discovered is real and not real about it, let me just say one thing about this show.
Okay.
I know that women are strong and that women can do anything that men can do.
Sure.
We're going back to your subject
Yes.
here. And I knew that in my mind, and that's not something I question. I'm a feminist, you know. It was not until I started watching this show, multiple episodes, that I realized the women are mostly more strong than the guys are.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Not physically necessarily, but out of all the episodes that I've watched so far, if it's a boy and girl pairing, which it normally is,
Oh, it's two people.
it's two
Together?
two people together
Oh, okay.
that don't know each other.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So out of all the pairs of people that I've watched, I've seen way more men quit before the girl does.
Really?
Yeah. Because it's basically they drop you out there and you have to survive for normally 21 days. And unless you say, I can't anymore, right?
But then there's like camera people all around them.
There is camera people around.
They're not
them.
interacting. They won't interact with them.
No.
Okay.
But if you're
Right.
if you're done, like you can quit, and your partner can
Keep
choose
going?
to stay there,
Okay.
yeah, by themselves if they want to. And I've seen multiple times where the man has tapped and the girl has stayed.
Yeah.
And I was just like, wow, I guess I did not realize like willpower too. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like they're
Yeah.
like, no, I set my mind to this, and so I just can't now.
Yeah.
I'm staying. I'm sorry, you know. Like one guy was like, yeah, I'm feeling kind of betrayed by my partner.
What a baby.
When he got in the car, I was like,
poor
you're
baby
feeling
boy.
betrayed by your partner? Still there?
Strayed.
I was like, whatever, dude. Come on, man. Anyway, so
my God.
the things that I found on the show that are not real are for sure. These are just things that I know for sure are not real. On the show, it portrays that the contestants only get one item that they can bring
Okay.
from home or whatever. Like, so they'll bring their machete or they'll
Oh, I
bring fishing line, or you know what I mean.
Uh-huh.
Apparently it's normally more around 4 items that
Four
they
items.
can bring. Yeah, but you only ever see one.
Huh.
Yeah.
But they're secretly off camera.
Yes.
Doing the other things.
Right.
Okay.
They have other stuff.
What are the common items that people choose? I wonder.
Other than weapons, you mean?
Yeah, so yeah, okay, I guess a weapon would be
Yeah.
a pretty common one.
They normally show machetes, fishing line, rope,
Okay.
bow and arrow.
Huh. Yeah.
And then one of the more creative ones that actually ended up being pretty excellent decision to bring was
Really?
one girl brought a roll of duct tape.
Huh. Yeah.
You were able to use that in so many ways
I
that
bet.
like, yeah. So I was like, man, that's pretty smart. I don't know. So anyway, they normally can bring more than one item.
Yeah,
So-
I mean, let the girl
that's
have
fake.
2 rolls of duct tape. Give
Right.
me a break.
Exactly. The locations are not always as remote as they make it seem.
Okay.
In the show, like I found that even occasionally locals have ran into the people.
Oh, that's funny. That's really funny. Like they're just off the trail a little bit or something. That's funny though, like,
right, a
'cause
naked person.
then it's even more like evident that they're just voluntarily doing this, because really they could just up and walk to town.
right. right.
They wanted to, right?
Right. Well, in that realm too, they apparently have an emergency radio.
Yeah, I
Too.
imagine they would.
So-
So no one dies.
They don't really ever show that.
Yeah.
Like, but they have an emergency radio in case they need to call medics, which they're normally around anyway. 'Cause I think more at night is when a lot of the crew is not there anymore. So they have an emergency radio for that.
I'm glad though that that's the case.
Well, yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
The storylines can be told out of sequence and stuff to kind of make it more dramatic
Yeah.
and whatever, which is
Yeah.
normal. So basically, I didn't find anything that was like overtly like, man, that makes the show so fake. You know what I mean? Like,
Pretty much.
there was a lot
There's
of
just
really
these people
good
that
enough
wanna
stuff
go.
that you'll still watch the show even knowing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So the hunger and extreme weight loss, very real.
Huh.
Insect bites, very real.
Yeah.
Psychological distress,
Yeah.
medical issues.
You know, a lot of the love reality shows depend on extreme psychological distress that they're putting those people under.
Yeah, I
Did you know
imagine so. No, I didn't know that, but that makes sense.
Just really quickly, not
Ugh.
to interrupt, but the Bachelor ones where they have to leave everything at home,
Yeah.
it's for them to get sensory deprivation. They're not allowed to bring books or movies or like music or anything. That's why you see
Right.
them all working out. Is because that's the only thing they're like are allowed to do. And around 6 weeks of sensory deprivation, you start going fucking crazy.
Wow.
And that you can tell in every season. By like the 6th episode, there's more like violent altercations and
Yeah.
people like bursting out into tears and stuff.
Right. Yeah. And having like no contact with people is it's got to be really distressful. Like
Yeah.
you can't call your family, you can't talk to anybody, you know.
Interesting that this is just like they're doing it for fun.
Yeah, they're doing it for fun.
Like, let me go torture myself.
They get wildlife. I don't know about attacks. There hasn't been. Well, there's been one caiman attack, which is like an alligator type thing, and a guy got snuck up on by one of those when he was in the water.
Oh man.
And then the only other big wildlife attack type thing that I saw was actually a producer. He got bit by a viper.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So, but the wildlife that's out there is real. It's not like there's fake wildlife out there. You know what I mean? So most of it's real from
think-
what I could see.
The bug bites would break me.
Okay, so that's where my last sentence of this.
Okay.
Okay, you ready for it?
Oh no.
Also, fuck all the episodes with insects. They suck ass and
Oh, yeah.
need to not show that shit.
Your phobia.
I cannot watch them. I can't watch them.
Yeah.
I have to wait, see what episode it is, see where they're at. Now I know what location specifically. I'm like, no, I know South America. I can't watch anything in South America.
Okay. It's just too much.
There's too much bugs. Like
Yeah.
there's just too much bug. There's too much bugs. So
Yeah.
like I have to watch it for a minute, see if they even sometimes in the description it'll say, oh, you know, they're competing with this and that, and if they say insects, I absolutely cannot watch that episode. Yeah. So that would alone would be like I couldn't handle.
You'd be
that.
like, I quit.
Just
Just take one step in there.
No way. Just
Goodbye.
no way.
Bring me back.
Just no way.
Well, maybe for your one item, you could bring a bug net. Does anybody ever bring
They
that?
do.
Yeah?
Yeah. It doesn't work that
That
great.
doesn't help that much, huh?
I mean, there's not really any way to like stably put it up to where it's gonna seal all the crevices and all that. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. Oh, it's making my skin crawl.
I know it's awful. So my advice is don't watch those. They suck.
Okay.
But all the other ones are pretty freaking funny, and the girls really kick ass.
Awesome.
Amazingly kick ass.
Because we do a lot in our lives.
I know.
Surprised that all that stuff helps us survive. Like, we get shit done.
Yeah, we do. And even if you see the girl crying several times throughout the show, it doesn't really actually change anything in the long run. Like, she has her moments and that's it.
Yeah.
But also a lot of the guys cry too.
I'm sure they do. Yeah, but girls are used to that because we'll go like cry in the bathroom for 2 minutes
Yep.
and then come out and
Come out, keep on
keeping
trucking.
on. Yep.
Exactly.
keep on doing it.
So that was my rabbit hole this week, was
That
about
is very interesting
an
and
extremely
ridiculous.
crazy reality show that I accidentally started watching.
This episode is brought to you by Naked and Afraid.
Yeah, I know. It's ridiculous and stupid.
Naked
and
and Afraid wants to sponsor us. That would be great.
we're fine with that. It is what it is. Whatever. You know, you gotta have some crap in your life that
Yeah, totally.
is unserious. And
I'm watching the fucking sequel to Wizards of Waverly Place.
oh, really? Oh my god.
Yeah, that's like about
Oh, that's funny.
Justin's kids.
That's funny.
So yeah, you gotta watch
So, yeah.
ridiculous stuff.
Yeah,
sure.
exactly. But
This episode is brought to you by Wizards of Waverly
Oh my
Place.
gosh. There's so many sponsors
okay.
this week.
In this last several episodes, I haven't found anything gay, and I'm disappointed in myself. I'll retroactively say that. What was the last?
Was it the
episode.
dick one? The dick?
What?
A dick festival.
Oh yeah, because it was your rabbit hole.
Was your
That
rabbit
was my rabbit hole. Yeah. I will retroactively say for the last episode. It was a penis festival, and I'll retroactively say that's what I thought was gay from the episode.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't know what's gay from this episode.
No, I don't either. There's a lot of gender bullshit.
Maybe those women that are particularly badass on your Naked and Afraid show.
I imagine there's
Lesbians.
a lot of them that are lesbians.
That's what I'm going to say is gay in this episode.
Yeah. There was a trans woman.
Cool.
She did the damn thing,
Nice.
and
Of course she
her
did.
puss ass partner pussed out and left. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, we rock. Okay, well,
Let's get shit done.
all right,
Well.
well, we'll be back next week
Yep. With something insane, probably.
with something insane.
I can't even predict what our show will be about in the slightest. So,
I know that I'll tell you a story this time, and you'll guess answers and probably get on average one correctly.
yeah.
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 And I will mispronounce stuff.
For sure.
That's what I'm famous for.
That's definitely. And maybe I'll think something's gay. If I remember.
You'll have to.
I'll have to.
You
Yeah.
have to. But we'll be back. We'll see you guys in a couple of weeks. As always, the main sources will be in the show notes. Look out
Yep.
for that. And please, any platform that you're on, either, like or subscribe or whatever you can do.
Please.
We need to pick up that algorithm a little bit. So
Yes, help us.
help, please. All right. We'll see you guys next week. Thanks for listening.
Bye.
Bye.